You ever have those clients that come to you and they're just like pulling their hair out over inventory management? You
Oh,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
They're either like swimming in extra stock
Yeah.
or like scrambling to fill orders.
That's a classic problem.
It never ends. That's what we're diving into today, right?
Exactly. We're going to break down how one consultant tackled this exact problem.
It's a pretty clever solution. I think a lot of folks out there will be able to relate to this one, especially if you've got clients struggling to keep their inventory, just right.
Oh, absolutely. This
Yeah,
is for anyone who's ever felt the pain of trying to keep those inventory levels where they need to be.
for sure. So let me introduce you to our case study star for today.
Okay.
This is Balaji D.
Okay.
He's an associate principal consultant over at Tiana Solutions. This guy's been in the ERP world for over 13 years, like over 500 different client situations across all kinds of Acumatica editions.
Wow. That's a lot of experience.
It is. It is.
You can tell this is someone who really knows Acumatica inside and out, but also like gets how different businesses actually work on the ground, you know?
Yeah, and all the crazy challenges they face.
Exactly.
And Balaji's client, when they came to him, I mean, they were really struggling.
Wow, yeah.
They just couldn't get a handle on their inventory in real time.
Okay.
And their warehouse, well, let's just say it was feeling the strain.
That's pretty common, right? Like as businesses grow,
Oh, yeah.
those old ways of doing things like spreadsheets and gut feelings, they just don't cut it anymore.
No, they don't. And, Acumatica, it does have some pretty advanced planning tools built in.
Right.
But this particular client, they needed something a little more, how do I say it, tailored, something that really fit their processes, and worked for their specific region.
And that's where Balaji really shines. He don't try to like shoehorn the client into Acumatica's default settings.
Right, right.
Instead, he like took advantage of all that flexibility Acumatica has and created something totally custom.
So he built a generic inquiry, GI,
Yep.
to really dissect their past sales data. Is that?
But it wasn't just like number crunching.
Mm-hmm.
He took it way further with like special calculations and formulas that go beyond what Acumatica normally offers.
So, like, what exactly was he doing in this custom GI? What made it so effective?
Well, he set it up to look at sales data over different periods of time, like
Wow.
30 days, 90 days, even 180 days.
Wow.
That way the client could see like their average sales each month and also spot any seasonal trends and get a much better idea of how demand might spike, with way more accuracy.
So it's almost like having like a crystal ball. It is.
But like powered by data, right?
Yes.
And totally customized for their business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the really cool part. He connected this custom GI to their existing forecasting module in Acumatica.
Oh, wow.
So now they could take all those historical insights and like fine-tune their future predictions way more than they ever could before.
That is like next level.
Right. Really taking advantage of the platform.
Yeah, I'm impressed. But hold on, if he's pulling in all this sales data and integrating it with these modules, this had to be a crazy, complicated build, right?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But that's the genius of it.
Okay.
He kept the GI pretty lightweight and easy to manage,
Oh, okay.
which is huge for the client down the road.
Yeah, makes total sense. So it's not just a brilliant solution, it's also practical.
Exactly.
And I bet the client was pretty happy with the results.
Oh, absolutely. They finally had that clear view of their inventory they'd been wanting.
And it really turned things around in their warehouse. But before we get into all that, I'm curious. It was a win-win financially.
So it sounds like this custom GI wasn't just a tech solution. It was like a whole business strategy.
That's a great way to put it. Balaji really understood what the client was trying to achieve and gave them the tools to make it happen.
That's where the magic happens, right? When you
Yeah.
combine technical skills with like a real understanding of the business.
Absolutely. That's where a partner like Tiana Solutions can really step in.
They've got a whole team of Acumatica experts. They've seen it all, and they're great at coming up with solutions that are creative, but also like actually work in the real world.
They really get it.
Yeah. So if anyone listening is struggling with inventory or really any Acumatica issue, I'd say give Tiana Solutions a call.
I second that. They're a fantastic resource.
So before we wrap up, let's give our listeners their contact info in case they're ready to reach out.
Great idea. You can reach them at 678-910-2774. Don't be shy. They're happy to help.
And remember, everyone, you're not alone in this. The Acumatica community is full of amazing people who are always willing to lend a hand.
That's what makes this community so special. Absolutely.
So if you're stuck, give them a shout at 678-910-2774. All right, well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
And hopefully it's given you some fresh ideas for your own Acumatica adventures out there.
Until next time.
Keep on diving deep